I understand when you made the appointment that you're still having some issues with your being able to find an additional job, and it's got you concerned. So tell me a little bit about that and what you plan to do.
Well, I'm still frustrated that my employer changes my schedule frequently, which makes it very difficult for me to get a second job, even though I've discussed it with him on numerous occasions. And he's just not real receptive to making any changes because basically he seems to say that if he does it for one, he has to do it for everyone, so he has to be fair to everybody. And I kind of disagree with that. Well, I don't kind of, I do disagree with that because there's a lot of favoritism where I work. And it all goes directly to one person, someone who my manager gets along with very well. And it's not something that I've just noticed. Everyone else who works there has discussed it. And some of those people have even brought it to his attention that they think it's unfair. And his response has basically been that no, he does not show favoritism, that schedules will change weekly. And if anyone has an issue with that, they should find another job.
Okay, so what I'm hearing you say is that everyone feels that there is some favoritism going on there. Y'all have brought it to his attention. He is not receptive to that. But you also mentioned the fact that there's a new overall store manager coming in. Do you think that an overall store manager coming in is going to help bring out the fact that there is? You think he'll be able to see the favoritism going on there within the ranks?
Well, I don't know. Our previous store manager is actually the one who brought this employee on board who is being shown all this favoritism. And what I find very odd is that who we have stepping in now as an interim manager boisterously verbally complained to the previous manager about the fact that this person was receiving favoritism. And he was very angry and upset about it. This guy was brought in and he was given special privileges and training that other people who have been there years have never received. However, now that our interim manager is there, he's doing the exact same thing that he verbally complained to the previous manager about. So I don't know if a new manager coming in is going to make some changes to that or not. We're going to have to wait and see. I know that it's disappointing, disheartening to somebody like me who needs a second income, and you kind of feel like you're up against a wall.
Okay, so you mentioned the second income again, and do you feel that there's anything special that you're called that you're called to do, that or any special talent that you feel like you can do?
Well, I think I can do anything that I set my mind to. Now, granted, I don't have the college degree that gets you that super nice job that gets you, 50, 60, $70,000 a year. So I have to rely on retail and a factory environment to get what I need. Um, I have great customer service skills. I can deal with people very well. And sales is something that I excel at. But, I don't want to look for something that's a commission base because I need a guarantee. I have children, I have obligations, so I need a guarantee. So while I'm kind of limited to a specific area, I still feel like if I'm given the opportunity that I can excel. And really, what I'm doing now is I find myself trying to find another main job that I can either make more money at, or gives me the opportunity to have a more flexible schedule.
Okay, and if that opportunity comes available to have that schedule, um, that more flexible schedule, what do you think you'll do?
I'm not sure. Again, I'm looking in a factory environment or something in a commercial sales environment. So I've got applications out now. So I'm not sure what door's going to open, but I know something's going to happen. Thinking positive.
Okay. So I hear you saying that you're definitely thinking positive that good things are going to happen as you continue to put in these applications and your resumes. These places that you're putting in, are they places that, because I remember you saying that you're looking for something like that offer some retirement benefits, employee benefits as far as health insurance and dental insurance and things like that, because you do have children and you do have to take care of their healthcare needs. So what about those? What if that perfect job comes along and they don't have those benefits? What
Well,
have you thought about that?
well, I actually had a job offer that was actually a very good job offer. I thought I would have been very good at it, but I ultimately declined it because it did not offer any benefits. And my daughters, I mean, they wear glasses, contacts. Youngest one has braces. There are things that need to be taken care of. They've got to have benefits. And it disappointed me greatly because it would have been an opportunity to make more money, more flexible, and more sense of freedom because basically I was sort of in my own boss. But I had to turn it down because I'm certainly not getting any younger and I need some type of health insurance as well. If something happens to me, I need to be able uh, to have some kind of insurance.
Okay. What about the private sector? Had you taken that position for health insurance?
Well, my concern, and years ago I checked on private sector health insurance, and I don't know if it's changed now or not, but I know that I was told that you can look that your benefits will increase on a regular basis. I mean, the premiums, that pre-existing conditions would not be covered. So I don't know. I could check on it again, but it concerns me because when you have health insurance through an employer, typically you get better coverage. You get more benefits offered to you, especially when it comes to vision and dental. Plus, your premiums are slower to increase. Whereas if you take insurance in the private sector, the insurance is not near as good, the coverage is not near as good, and your premiums, from what I've been told by someone else, tend to increase constantly.
Okay. So you're definitely very compassionate. What I'm hearing you say is that you're very compassionate about the insurance issue, which I definitely understand because I do have children and I understand how important the insurance is. So um, again, what are have you looked at all the skills that you have and combined them into a specific set of skills? Because some people say, "Oh, I can't do this job because I don't know how to do that." Have you looked at overall everything that you're able to do, skill wise, not just being able to sell something, but everything down as far as being able to sweep the floor, take out the trash? Have you ever
Oh,
considered all of
absolutely.
that?
I'm not eliminating any position. And as far as sweeping floors and taking out trash, I do that now in my current job. So I'm certainly not afraid or, ashamed or embarrassed or unwilling to do anything. Um, so no, I'm not eliminating anything unless I'm forced to.
Okay. All right. And so, have you talked to your children about how this may affect them and their activities and stuff if you have to get a second job or if you have to change jobs in general?
Well, I mean, my daughters, I think, well, I know that they're aware that I'm trying to get a second job, and certainly aware that if something better comes along that provides for them better, that I'm going to take advantage of it. But they are aware that if I get a job that my hours may be a little different, that we may have to make some changes. And that's another thing that I have to be careful looking for a job that, I take my daughter to school every day. And I have to see that she gets picked up every day because she goes to an out of district school. So there's no bus that runs in front of her home to pick her up. She has to be picked up from school to get her home because that school is 7, 8 miles from where we live. So I have, some things that sort of make it a little more difficult, but that's okay too because it's not going to stop me. Might slow me down a little bit. But my daughter's been receptive and understanding. I know it's frustrating for her because she can't do all the things that she wants to do, and she's kind of having to live with some live without some of the things that she would like to have. But you know what? We don't all have to have internet and different things constantly. We don't have to have Netflix every day. I mean, you know what? Read a book, take a walk, ride a bike. In some ways, that's kind of good to do without some of those things. Makes you appreciate them more when they come along.
Well, it sounds like everybody's got everything, everybody's being very understanding. And I hope that you and your family continue to work together on this. Um, so as you continue to work on this, um, just keep me up to date. And if you need to talk any further, just give me a call and we'll get everything set up for you, okay?
Okay, I will. Thank you very much.
Thank you.